Hello, once again, Soldier of Self-Mastery here, aka Santos Rolon Jr., May 24th. Today is Sunday, and I'm making it super fantastic, terrific, and over the top in spite of and because of. I hope that you're doing the same. We're going to take a few minutes out in this video, and I want to talk to you about how addiction affects your personal life and why you need to stop gambling now. So stay with me. We're going to discuss this topic here. We're going to go over some very valuable information, and I believe that this video is going to help you. So make sure you share it and leave a comment and subscribe if you're new. Statistics, 2018. Just going to read a few statistics about problem gambling and how it affects you and I and families across the world. Now, we're mainly focused on US here with some of this information that I've gotten here. And divorce. Now, before I get into these statistics, I want to say that problem gambling is a lie. Or should I say problem gambling? I should say the allure, the benefits of gambling do not always, in fact, there's a very, very slim chance that you will actually achieve something good from your problem gambling. There's a very, very slim chance. I know in my personal opinion and in my personal experience, all it did was it brought pain and suffering into my life in many different areas. So I say to you, in fact, before we even get into this, you need to stop gambling, and you need to stop it now before it really gets out of hand. 65% of people, a divorce rate is 65% of someone within a relationship that gambles. Divorces, 65% of divorces are due to problem gambling. Or, I don't know if that's what I read in the statistics. 10 million US folks, 2.6% struggle with gambling issues. 10 million people. That's more people that are in my green business. Atomy. There's currently about 7 million. 10 million is a big number. 2.6% struggle. Children exposed to a range of family stressors, financial, emotion, deprivation, physical isolation, poor role modeling. If you're a gambler and you have children, the likelihood is that your children are going to grow up to become gamblers also. If you have one parent or two parents, your children are going to be impacted. I'm not going to say that your children will become gamblers, but they will be impacted from your influence, especially if they see the emotional, the physical changes that you're going through because of problem gambling. A security issue. It becomes an instability security for the family when you have a family member that is abusing their finances. And I know it doesn't start out abusing finances. It starts out with a fun night. It starts out with, we're just going to do something different today with our buddies or, with your spouse. You got an idea, you saw an advertisement, a friend of yours invited you to go to the casino because they won $600. There is a very, very, in this life, especially right now that we're going through this COVID-19 experience, a lot of people, the government stepped in to pay us, to give us money, right? They've stepped in, but somehow, some way, we're going to end up paying for all this money that they're giving us. We are living in a very unusual time right now. There's a lot of questions that are not answered, and there's a lot of people that are confused. There's a lot of people that are broke, and of course, there's people that are actually taking advantage of the system right now because of what the government is doing. And of course, today is Sunday, the 24th. The casinos are already opening. They're already opening. You have online gambling, right? Some of these places never close. Online gambling, you have apps. You have people that bet on horses, people that bet on dogs and other animals. There are other types of animals out there that they probably bet on too. Can you imagine losing everything? It's not something that we really want to think about, but it is something that you and I must think about. This is something that I have to bring to the attention of you on the other side. And by the way, it's not a coincidence that you're watching this video. I come from a dark background. I come from a background of a lot of confusion, insecurity, instability. I grew up with a lot of fear, and I was always looking for escapes. One of the escapes that I found at a very young age was rolling dice in the neighborhood with some of the older guys. And that was not a good thing. At the moment, it seemed like a really good pleasure. It was an escape. My dad was always being abusive. There was times where he was a little bit calm. My mom was the one that suffered the brunt of most of the damage, even though we all did. My mom was the one that took on the physical damage every time my dad would unleash. It's been a difficult life for me. It's been, at least it was a very difficult life for me until I really began to look at the situation that I was in. I actually hit rock bottom with my entire family. Gambling will destroy you. Gambling will take everything from you. Not only do we have these things with our family, but you turn to other addictions as well. Gambling can easily turn you into an alcoholic. Or if you drink beer, you go to the casino one time, you mix those two together, and it becomes a lethal combination. You go on Google, you go on YouTube, and you read the stories. Of course, this is going to be a short video, but you read the stories about people like Betty White. That one really stays with me because I've watched her video numerous times. Of course, Betty White wasn't a gambler, but she almost lost her life due to her husband, who was a gambler. He ended up committing suicide. This is no joke. This is no joke. And I'm going to tell you right here, let me give you a warning right here. Those of you that are running into the casinos right now during this COVID-19 experience, we're getting ready to open up right? They're opening up the world. They're opening up the economy. You're setting yourself up for a big fall. Gambling breeds greed. You will become a liar. You will gradually begin to lie. And those lies, we become so good at it. So it breeds lying. It breeds greed. You find yourself doing some really incredibly stupid things when you are a problem gambler. Your health will deteriorate if you don't get the help that you need ASAP. Your health will pay a price for it. I was looking at bigthink.com, and 1 out of every 5 gamblers tries to commit suicide. 1 out of every 5 gamblers. And there's a 20% well, 20% of gamblers attempt to commit suicide. That's 1 out of every 5, I guess. BigThink.com. The prison rate. Many problem gamblers are in prisons because of robberies, because of prostitution, because of theft, because of greed, because you allowed problem gambling to get the best of you. And of course, there's a lot of gambling going on within the prison systems too. Isn't that something? You get out of gambling, you go to jail for 3 or 4 years or 10 years, and you get caught up in gambling right inside the prisons. Because we know there's a whole world, right? Just because you're in prison doesn't mean that you're out of the world. There is a whole world within the prison system. Loss of job. I remember when my landlord gave me the pink slip. He had enough. He said, Santos, you got to move on. We ended up being homeless for about 3, 4, maybe 5 months. And when I say homeless, we got into hotels. We were paying for hotels. And then we ended up getting into a shelter. I think we stayed at it was a really nice place, by the way, in Manteca. And from there, I ended up getting help through the VA to get myself back on my feet. The VA did help me. Veterans Administration, because I am a U.S. veteran. There's a story that I read about a Michigan man that kills himself. He killed himself. Now, I didn't read the article. This was just part of the print that I found as I was doing a little bit of research. And this is not just one-time incident. This happens in many areas. We just don't know about it. A Michigan man got so angry because of losing everything. He kills his family. He killed, I believe it was 3 children, killed his wife or 2 children, and then he killed himself due to problem gambling. Now, I can go on and on with these statistics. I'm very grateful today. You're listening to somebody that has gotten himself completely free. I've broken the curse. I'm permanent. I always say this because it's the truth. Follow me. I'm going to help you get free. I'm going to help you stay free. That's my ironclad guarantee. And I've shared some important information with you, and I'm going to give you a call to action here. I really want you to think about what I've shared with you in this video. You need to stop gambling, and you need to stop gambling now. If you're already seeing the hemorrhaging that's going on in your family and in your life, with your business, with your job, maybe with friends, that's a warning. That's an opportunity. We think that problems are problems. No, problems are opportunities. When I hit rock bottom with my family and we were homeless, I didn't recognize it as an opportunity at that time, but I looked at it as problems. I did begin to recognize an opportunity in there. Even though I didn't express it verbally, I began to see the opportunity for me to really begin changing my life. And that was 4 or 5 years ago. And I've been working on myself previous to that. Like I said, I've struggled most of my life with addiction. I've struggled with fear, with insecurities, with a lack of confidence. And it's strange because it wasn't until I hit rock bottom and I wanted to move away from problem gambling that all these other areas in my life began to become better. Like they say, all ships that are tied to one area, when the tide rises, right, all ships rise. So when you begin to break through in your life in gambling, I don't know if that makes sense, you're going to begin to impact other areas of your life. And it's going to be a wonderful experience. It's going to be an experience of freedom. Imagine breaking free out of that mental prison that you've been in for so long. Imagine what your life is going to be like. Imagine what your life can be like once you are completely free from all of this madness. So let this video serve as a warning, my friend. I'm here to help. I've gotten myself free. I keep myself free. I offer you coaching. I know that we have books. I have books available that you can use. I'm here on YouTube. And we have a program that we do on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Questions and answers, live interactive. Bring your addiction, bring your questions, but more importantly, bring an open mind. Because like a parachute, it won't work until it's opened. soldiersofselfmastery.com is where you want to go to check out my services. I'm here to help you. Like I said, I do offer one-on-one coaching services. I will help you get there faster, and I will work on making sure that you stay permanent out of that prison that you've been in. Santos Jr., aka Soldier of Self Mastery. I'll see you at the top on the inside on my very next one. And remember to make every day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top, in spite of and because of.